with another reaction. This is Los Redondos again. This one has been suggested to me by Hector Hernandez. Do you have to not put the H's? Hector Hernandez? I know someone said to me don't pronounce the H's at all in Spanish, so Hector Hernandez. Is that right? Please tell me if that's right or not. He's asked for a couple of tracks. The first one I'm going to do today is Preso en mi Ciudad. Ciudad. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right either. But you don't come to me for pronunciations, you come to me for reactions. Apparently it means prisoner in my city. And this is actually recorded in the city of Montevideo in Uruguay. It's a live recording. I think it was it 2005? 2001 live in Montevideo. Yeah, let's just crack straight on with it. Let's just watch this. I know you guys love your Los Redondos. Some people ask me to try and do like studio versions, but this looks like a good quality live version, so hopefully the sound quality will be all right. Let's hope so. Oh, it's not that good. Drum kits. I never had two drum kits. So there are two drum kits in other gigs that they've played at. Why have they got two drum kits? That's very unusual. That's a very, very unusual thing to have two drum kits. Were they playing exactly the same beat? Why would they need two? Unless there's some kind of weird drum interplay between the two kits. Never seen that before. The only time I've seen two drum kits was this weird band called, I think they're called Barabbas or something like that, or Barbarous. And it was literally two drum kits facing each other. And they were like doing like almost like drum wars with each other. And they were wearing like these all bodysuits. Like it was very weird, very interesting. I actually got a video up on my channel of it. It was very different, very strange. But this is very odd to have like I can't think why they would have two drum kits for this kind of like song. It's a nice kind of sort of slowish to mid-tempo kind of pop rocky kind of vibe to it. It's got a nice little jangly beat to it. It's got a nice little bit of keyboard I think I can hear in the background. But it's just like a nice kind of like, yeah, just a nice pleasant kind of rhythm going on. Bit of singing over the top. I know a lot of people say that the vocals, the lyrics is the most important thing with Los Redondos. Very interesting lyrics, and say "Prisoner in My City." I mean, I can guess there could be all kinds of political ramifications to the lyrics of that. I know there was a lot of hard times there in Argentina, and that kind of thing lives on in the society's psyche for quite a while, doesn't it? So I mean, maybe it's got something to do with that. Maybe fear of going outside because I don't know, because of whatever's going on in the country at that time. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's talking about in the past anyway, because this is 2001. All the political stuff, hopefully, it was over by that point. But I suppose it's still going to live along in the memory, so to speak. Yeah. Interesting. Why they got two drum kits? I cannot fathom why they have two drum kits. It must be they can't be playing the same beat. If they're playing the same beat, I mean, it must be. I mean, if you're a good enough drummer, you should be able to keep the same beat and keep in time with another drummer. But it just seems strange. I mean, I'm not too sure how metronomically correct two drummers would be with each other. And unless one drummer is doing something different to the other drummer, why two drummers? Did they get a drummer? And I can't think of any musical advantageousness to having an extra drummer. The recording as well is like it's obviously I thought it was going to be like a proper camera version, like recorded professionally. Just when I saw the thumbnail, it looked like it was a professional one, but it's not. It's some guy sitting up in the balcony with his camcorder with the hands going in front of him. I've had that before when I've videoed at gigs. People standing in front of you, you're trying to get a good shot of stuff, and there's people milling past, and like people climb on each other's backs and in front of you, and you're trying to film something. But the sound quality sounds pretty good though. It sounds, I mean, it's like my camera because it records the sound pretty well. Doesn't get too muffled or cut out or anything like that. So yeah, but it's just the video quality is not the greatest. But you can see everything. It took me a while to realise there was two drummers, but you can see everything. But yeah, it's just like another like Redondos song. You don't know what you're going to get with them sometimes. This is like just like a pleasant kind of a rocking kind of song. And I'm assuming it's like if you know the lyrics, it's much more, it grabs you much more because you know what the song's about, and you probably can relate to the lyrics on a much deeper level than someone who doesn't speak the language can relate to them. I can't relate to them at all, obviously. But it's a good, cool, kind of jangly, pop rocky kind of song. It's got a nice kind of relaxed beat to it. It's one you can sort of like, chill out to, just sort of get on. It's got a good vibe, you know? That was interesting. It seemed like did the song end properly then? It seemed like it was a funny ending. It seemed like it kind of like just stopped, like without much of a pizzazz, just like it kind of like la 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 and then stop, and the crowd sort of carried on with the rhythm. Is that like maybe it's a regular thing that the crowd do for that song? But it felt like they was almost like it stopped prematurely when it wasn't supposed to stop, and the crowd wanted to carry on going, so the crowd made it carry on. Or maybe that's a thing where they always stop the song early and let the crowd do the rhythm for a while. I'm not too sure, but it was interesting to listen. Another one interesting to listen to, but so without knowing the lyrics, it's kind of like you don't get the same depth. I know there's a channel that does shows videos with the lyrics. I need to go and find that channel. The guy used to comment a few times, but You know what it's like when it comes to finding videos on YouTube. You can't find your friends' channels. It's hard to find channels that you're subscribed to. You put in a search for a channel that you're subscribed to, and you can't find it half the time. So I kind of like, if anyone wants me to watch videos with lyrics on them, send me links to the videos of the lyrics on them so I can check out the lyrics at the same time. I kind of want to go back on songs that I've watched before and this time read them and watch them again with lyrics so I can process what's being spoken about. You know, that would be quite cool. So yeah, if there's any songs that I've done that you want me to look at the lyrics to, then, you know, send me one of these videos with the lyrics on them. I thought I heard keyboards at some point, but I was trying to work out if I could see keyboards on the stage or not. So I thought there might have been someone over to the right, possibly, with a keyboard. I wasn't too sure. But yeah, maybe it wasn't a keyboard. Maybe it was just the sound of the guitar fading out. You know, maybe it was they pinched a tone, pinched a string or something like that, and it created what I thought was a keyboardy kind of sound for a bit. Yeah, 2 drummers though. I still can't get my head around 2 drummers. I can't think of any kind of, you know, I can't think of any band that has 2 drummers. Maybe but I can't see any advantage to having 2 drummers. It's very odd, very strange. Unless it's something to do with equalizing the sound, maybe they want the sound to be, I don't know, the stage isn't that big, the venue's not that big. It needs 2 drummers to get the percussion heard. But yeah, it's interesting. If anyone knows why they had 2 drummers, but they always had 2 drummers, because I can't say I recall seeing 2 drummers before. Maybe I just couldn't count. Maybe I wasn't thinking about it. You know, it's like when you're not expecting 2 drummers, are you? You're never going to expect 2 drummers. So I must have seen one drummer, and like, oh, there's a drummer. Then I saw a different drummer. Oh, there's a drummer. I'm not realizing there's actually 2 drummers. Is that possible? Is that at all possible? Does that even make sense? I don't know. But anyway, that was another cool track. That was another cool track to listen to. And a nice rhythm to it. Obviously, it's a rhythm that stays in the head because the crowd was still chanting it after the song finished. So what was that called again? That was suggested to me by Hector Hernandez. I'm sure that can't be right. Hector Hernandez sounds more correct. But I've been told not to pronounce H's. So Hector Hernandez. Or am I confusing it? Is it J's you're not meant to pronounce? Maybe it's J's you're not meant to pronounce. I can't remember now. Someone tell me. Someone let me know. That track was Preso en mi Ciudad. Cheers for checking my video, as always. I'll be back tomorrow again with at least 1 more video, maybe 2. Till then, gracias por mirar. Vuelva mañana para otro video.